What up, guys? It's Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Monday, March 11th, 2019, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. Filmmaker and comic book expert Kevin Smith took to Twitter to thank Marvel Studios for tying his movie Mallrats to the late Stanley's cameo in Captain Marvel. Smith tweeted Friday, "Just saw Captain Marvel. I am blubber mess. After a lifetime spent referencing the movies just reference me. Many thanks to at Marvel Studios and to my friend at The Real Stan Lee for the shout out. But if I'm part now of the at Marvel Universe, did I survive the snap?" EW.com said Lee, the creator of Marvel's most famous superheroes, is seen in Captain Marvel sitting on a train holding a screenplay and practicing his lines for a bit part in Mallrats, which Smith co-starred in, wrote, and directed. Captain Marvel was set in 1995, the year that Mallrats was released. Lee died at the age of 95 in November. Empire actress Taraji P. Henson and The Office alum Ed Helms are set to star in the comedy film Coffee Kareem, Netflix announced. Michael Dowse is directing the movie based on a screenplay by Shane McCarthy. No start date has been announced yet. The synopsis from the streaming giant says a Detroit cop reluctantly teams with his girlfriend's 11-year-old son to clear his name and take down the city's most ruthless criminal. Mary Poppins and the Sound of Music icon Julie Andrews is scheduled to accept the Golden Lion for the Lifetime Achievement at this summer's 76th Venice International Film Festival. The festival is to run August 28th through September 7th. The Oscar-winning British actress said in a statement Friday that she is honored to receive the award. She says the Venice Film Festival has long been recognized as one of the world's most esteemed international film festivals. I thank La Biennale for this acknowledgement of my work, and I look forward to being in that beautiful city in September for this very special occasion. Andrews' 83 is known for her work in the Broadway musicals My Fair Lady and Camelot, as well as the films Aquaman, Princess Diary, Victor Victoria, and S.O.B. She also added festival director Alberto Barbera said she accepted roles that were diverse, dramatic, provocative, and imbued with scathing irony. For example, the Americanization of Emily by Arthur Hiller and the many movies directed by her husband, Blake Edwards, with whom she formed a very profound and long-lasting artistic partnership. A marvelous example of human and professional devotion to a captivating aesthetic project that prevailed over the commercial success of the individual movies. This Golden Lion is the well-deserved recognition of an extraordinary career, which has admirably parsed popular success with artistic ambition without even bowing to facile compromises. They'll now be no third season of the comedy SMILF on Showtime. The cable network said in a statement to Deadline.com Friday, after weighing a variety of factors, Showtime has decided that SMILF will not move forward for a third season. The remainder of the second season will continue to air as scheduled on Showtime through its series finale on March 31st. We remain extremely proud of the 2 seasons of SMILF and thank Frankie Shaw for her singular voice and unique creation, as well as the dozens of writers, producers, actors, directors, and crew members, both in Los Angeles and on location in Boston, who contributed to this exceptional series. The Hollywood Reporter says that the cancellation was announced as the show's creator and star Frankie Shaw is under investigation by ABC Studios for behaving unprofessionally while sex scenes were filmed. Her alleged misconduct prompted the departure of cast member Samara Weaving, who said her contract was breached because she had no nudity clause and was pressed to disrobe from the camera. Shaw said in a statement to Variety Friday, "I can't express how much I love making this show and how much I love the cast and crew and appreciate Showtime as creative partners." The show is about a 20-something old single mom raising her son in Boston. Wayne Corrections and the judge director David Dobkin has signed on to helm the comedy film Eurovision for Netflix. Saturday Night Live and Daddy's Home alum Will Ferrell is set to star in the movie, which he is co-writing with former SNL scribe Andrew Steele. The film will take place against the backdrop of the famous international song contest that previously launched the careers of Celine Dion and ABBA. The press release says the 63rd edition of the competition has its finale in Lisbon last year. The winner was Israel with the song Toy, performed by Netta. The first contest was held in Switzerland in 1956, with 7 Western European nations participating. This year, 43 countries compete for the prize. The show is now a global phenomenon with fans all over the world. Atlanta and Deadpool 2 actor Zazie Beetz has signed on to star in an upcoming episode of the revamped version of The Twilight Zone. Oscar-winning filmmaker Jordan Peele will host the anthology series, which is the debut with 2 episodes on CBS All Access on April 1st. Betty Gabriel was a cast member of Counterpart and appears in Peele's horror movie Get Out. She will also appear in the episode that will feature Beatz's character. The recently announced cast for the series includes Ike Barinholtz, John Cho, Teresa Farmiga, Jennifer Goodwin, Craig Kinnear, Luke Kirby, Sessa Lathan, Kamal Najani, Seth Rogen, Adam Scott, Rhea Seehorn, Alison Tallman, Jacob Tremblay, Jessica Williams, DeWanda Wise, and Stephen Yang. Killing Eve star Sandra Oh will guest host the March 30th episode of Saturday Night Live. The Australian rock group Tame Impala will provide the evening's musical entertainment. Oh, who is Korean Canadian, is the only third Asian woman in SNL history to guest host a sketch comedy show. Awkwafina tweeted, 11 years old me would stood in the rain outside 30 Rock for this too, Queen Sandra Oh. The rapper, comedian, and actress who is of Chinese and Korean descent hosted the show in October. At that time, she paid tribute to Chinese-American actress Lucy Liu. Awkwafina said, back in 2000, I came to 30 Rock and waiting outside when my idol Lucy Liu hosted SNL. She added, I was a kid and didn't have a ticket, so I knew I wasn't getting in. But I just wanted to be near the building. I remember how important that episode was for me and how it totally changed what I thought was possible for an Asian American woman. Standing here tonight is a dream come true I never thought would come true, so thank you. And that's it. The Walking Dead alum David Morrissey and Game of Thrones actor Charles Dance are to star in ITV's World War II drama The Singapore Grip, based on the late G. Farrell's novel. The 6-part series will co-star Luke Treadway, Jane Horrocks, Kyle Meany, Elizabeth Tan, and newcomer Georgia Blizzard. Film is underway in Southeast Asia on the show, which follows a British family living in Singapore at the time of the Japanese invasion, the press release says. A screenwriter, Christopher Hampton, said in a statement Monday, I was delighted to be invited to adapt The Singapore Grip, a panoramic account of the disastrous loss of Singapore to the Asian invaders. Japanese invaders in 1942, screenwriter Christopher Hampton said in a statement. In synopsis, close analysis of this great novel has only deepened my enthusiasm for the skills with which Farrell has combined the private story for the machinations, commercials, and amorous of the Blackett family and their struggle to describe with Farrell's traditions subverse Farrell's trademark subversive wit to preserve and expand their prosperous rubber business with the unfolding of the cataclysmic events to which they remain totally oblivious until it's too late. Singer actress Lea Michele and AYR clothing company president Zandy Reich exchanged wedding vows in Northern California Saturday night. The newlyweds told People.com, we are so excited to be married and grateful to be surrounded by our friends and family. Most of all, we're so happy to spend the rest of our lives together. UsMagazine.com said Glee, Scream Queens, and American Horror Story creator Ryan Murphy officiated the service. Among the guests were Michelle's former co-stars Darren Criss Emma Roberts, Becca Tobin, and Jonathan Groff. The longtime friends who began dating in 2017 announced their engagement in April. Michelle's former boyfriend and Glee co-star Corey Monteith died of a heroin overdose in 2013. Senior actress Jennifer Lopez and former pro baseball star Alex Rodriguez have announced that they are engaged to get married. Rodriguez posted on Instagram Saturday a photo of Rodriguez holding hands. She had a massive rectangular diamond on her ring finger. Rodriguez captioned the image. She said yes. Lopez tweeted the same photo. Lopez's manager confirmed the engagement to People magazine. Rodriguez's manager, Ron Burowitz, said Saturday they are on vacation and got engaged today. Lopez is 49 and Rodriguez 43, have been a couple since 2017. This will be Lopez's fourth marriage. She's divorced from Ojani Noah, Chris Judd, and Mark Anthony. She and Anthony share 11-year-old twins. Rodriguez has two daughters, ages 14 and 10, with his ex-wife Cynthia Securtis. Jan-Michael Vincent, the star of Hooper and Airwolf, has died at the age of 73, said a death certificate issued by North Carolina's Buncombe County Registers of Deeds. TMZ reported Friday the actor died on February 10th after suffering a cardiac arrest at a hospital near his home. No autopsy was conducted and Vincent's remains were cremated. The exact cause of his death was not released. Vincent's credits include Deadly Heroes, Alienator, Hard Country, White Line Fever, Lassie, Bonanza, Gunsmoke, The Bandits, and Undefeated. He was most recently seen in the 2002 film White Boy. The New York Times said Vincent's once bright career had been sidelined by drug and alcohol abuse. He broke his neck in 1996 when he rear-ended his girlfriend's car, permanently damaging his vocal cords. In 2012, his right leg was amputated due to an infection. Vincent was 73. The soundtrack to the movie musical A Star is Born is number one on the U.S. album charts. Coming in number 2 on the Billboard 200 dated Saturday is Ariana Grande's Thank You Next, followed by Gunna's Drip or Drown 2 at number 3, Offset's Father of 4 at number 4, and the soundtrack to the film Bohemian Rhapsody at number 5. Rounding up the top tier are Gary Clark Jr.'s This Land at number 6, Little Pump's Harvard Dropout at number 7, A Boogie with the Hoodies Hoodie SZN at number 8, Kehlani's While We Wait at number 9, and Post Malone's Beer Bongs and Bentley at number 10. The Brie Larson-led superheroine saga Captain Marvel is the number one movie in North America, earning $153 million in receipts this weekend, BoxOfficeMojo.com announced Sunday. The Hollywood Reporter says this marks the biggest opening for a movie starring a woman. It has already earned $455 million around the world. Coming in number 2 is How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World, with $14.7 million, followed by Tyler Perry's The Madea Family Funeral, number 3, with $12 million. The Lego Movie 2, the second part, at number 4, with $3.8 million, and Alita Battle Angel at number 5, with $3.2 million. Rounding up the top tier are Green Book at number 6 with $2.5 million, Isn't It Romantic at number 7 with $2.4 million, Fighting With My Family at number 8 with $2.19 million, Greta at number 9 with $2.16 million, and Apollo 11 at number 10 with $1.3 million. And that is your entertainment report for Monday, March 11th, 2019. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app. Search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.